Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Mystic Knights, Ivar's Revenge. The DVD version of this episode I have suffers from a really distracting audio sync issue, along with consistent distortion. This makes it very hard to watch, which is especially unfortunate because this is an episode I've been anticipating for a while. We finally get some follow-up on Ivar's discovery that Torque is the thief he's been searching for. Fortunately, I have the restored version available, so that's nice. I just can't watch it on my TV because I don't have a DVD of it. Ivar is behaving harshly, and Kahat explains to the knights that he feels guilty about not getting his kingdom's chalice back yet. Ivar sneaks into the Temra castle and sees Queen Maeve put the chalice down. Once she leaves, he grabs it. Maeve returns and finds it gone. We learn why she wanted it so much. It's the doorway between the world and Miter's realm. Without it, his powers won't be as strong. Ivar takes it to the castle of Kells, where Aideen recognizes it. She warns that Miter may come out through it. Just as she said, Miter does indeed come through. Ivar grabs the chalice away, nullifying Miter's powers. Kahat suggests using a magic box that can seal the chalice so Miter can't use it again. Ivar reluctantly agrees. Angus locks it away, but Ivar is upset and leaves. Angus goes after him and reveals he swiped it before locking it away. He thinks that as long as Miter doesn't know the chalice is outside the box, he won't try to use it. Ivar prepares to return to his kingdom, and Aideen sees. Angus explains to her what he did. Neither of them notice Maeve's bogey spy behind them. While hiking through the woods, Ivar is ambushed. Torque takes a bag away from him, only to find it's empty. He takes Ivar to Maeve, but he won't reveal its location. At the castle of Kells, Miter is being guarded. He throws his voice, mimicking the king. The guards leave, and he struggles to open Kahad's magic box. He can't open it. Rowan rushes in and shows the king something left out front. Ivar's trident. It's a message from Maeve. A projection of Maeve appears and tells Miter the chalice isn't in the box. At first, Miter is overjoyed, thinking she has it. Maeve admits she doesn't actually know where it is. She thinks the knights know where it is, and demands they hand it over in exchange for Ivar. The king says they'll arrange the trade at the fairy ring, and she teleports Miter away. The knights talk over with the king that they really don't know where the chalice is, but then Aideen comes in. She explains that she was with Ivar before the Temra soldiers attacked. He gave it to her. Kahad tells everyone he has a plan to keep the chalice and save Ivar. The next day, they meet at the fairy ring. Their plan is to place the chalice on the entrance to Tir na Nog so the fairies can take it. It almost works, but Miter appears and takes the chalice first. Maeve conjures up a monster to distract the knights. They defeat the monster, but Maeve gets away with the chalice. This is a great continuation of Ivar's story. I just wish it came a little earlier. Though if it did, I'd be wondering why they're not trying more often to retrieve the chalice. Now that they know it's what Miter uses to pass between dimensions, so it's not just Ivar who has a motivation to get it back. I'm still not sure why Torque had to reveal himself as the thief episodes ago. All Ivar really needed to know for this plot to work is that Maeve has the chalice. I like that we're slowly learning what keeps Maeve and Miter willing to work together. They clearly don't like each other, but they can't risk breaking from each other. There's a lot of clever back and forth here, and I like that Aideen gets the most relevant role she's had in several episodes. Angus using his sleight of hand to hide the chalice was brilliant, excellent utilization of his character. I like the misdirection in the scene where Miter tricks away the guards. It seems like he'll now be able to open the box, but as it turns out, only Kahad can open it. I have a lot of positive to say about this one, but there are a few minor issues. At the beginning, Ivar is training with a soldier and gets overly aggressive. This feels so out of character for Ivar, who's probably the calmest, most level-headed of the knights. It's especially odd when we learn he's acting out because of the chalice and Maeve still having it. He's known she's had it for over 10 episodes. 2 whole arcs have came and went since he found out Torque took it. Why is it affecting him so much now of all times? The other negative isn't too much of a negative, but it's a weaker moment in a overall outstanding episode. Maeve's projection teleporting Miter away. Not even Maeve herself, her projection. I guess her projection has been shown in the past to be able to interact with its surroundings, so it's not totally out of nowhere. This is one of the rare Mystic Knights episodes to feature a physical monster. Most monsters in this series have been CGI, but here we get an actual suit. I don't know for sure, but it looks like a repaint of Emily from Beetleborg's Metallics. Oddly, we only mostly see it from the back and not from the front. I would think that was so we don't recognize it, but Emily didn't really have a lot of detail in her face. A huge turnaround after last episode was just a typical outing. Mystic Knights has mostly had story arcs, getting the Mystic Armor, taming Pyre, discovering Draganta, introducing Garrett and the Drageen. I'm waiting to see what the next major arc will be. Will this struggle over the Chalice be the next arc, or will the Drageen return? Maybe Garrett will come back. Can't wait to see what's to come. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.